Riffical Records presents the Projekt Gemineye Update with your host, Mark Anthony K. Greetings, friends, and welcome to Projekt Gemineye Update number 57. So, good news, the record is done. The tracking of the album is finished. I finished the last guitar solo the night before. Now I'm just gonna have to go through and check everything, all the songs, make sure there's nothing that's missing or if there's any kind of a glitch or any kind of, random noises that need to be removed. Just basic cleanup that you have to do before starting a mix. Every band and record has this done. It's one of those things that nobody ever talks about when making a record, but me telling you, I let you guys know everything. So thank you to everyone who's been supporting me throughout the making of this record. I've been trying my best to make as many posts as possible on the Projekt Gemineye page to let you know what I've done, how far along I am, and your support and comments have been much appreciated for that. So thank you very much to everybody who's been doing that. Also, as part of this video, I had promised before that I would do some videos on the gear used. I had done one on the keyboard that I had used for this record, and now I had recorded a few clips of the guitars that I've used, which is the Gibson Les Paul, the Tony Iommi SG, and the double neck guitar. I made videos for those three because they were the main three that I used for this recording. So I may do a bass one as well, and after that I might just do videos on the mixing as I'm going through it, just to show you how far along I am, and maybe some mixing tricks that I might do that if any of you guys might be interested in. So there's that to talk about. The album, there are 9 original songs for it, 3 covers. There looks like it's going to be an either 5 or 6 song album and CD. One of the songs is about almost 12 or 13 minutes long, hence why it may only be a 5 song record. There might be 5, maybe 6. We'll see how it fits, how it spaces. I'm mainly thinking of vinyl because, the more you cram onto a side, the crappier it sounds. So I'll think about it. But anyways, you guys will know, 5 or 6 songs. The other 3 are going to be used as singles and non-album songs, B-sides, stuff like that. The covers will be available to everybody who buys the vinyl and to those who buy the CD as well. I will not just make it a vinyl only thing. So when you buy the CD and when you buy the vinyl, you will have inside the CD case and inside the vinyl sleeve a download card in which you will go to my website. In a secret page, you will find the covers and you can hear them there. The songs are really cool. I'm very happy with them. Not to sound arrogant about it, but of course the artist has to be the most pleased with it. If I'm not pleased with it, I doubt you will be pleased with it. I'm very pleased with it, so I'm hoping that all you guys will really love it. It is, in my opinion, a step forward from Ordinary Day and A Brand New Day. It's not a concept, it's not a story, but there are similarities in the sense that a lot of the topic matter of it revolves around certain things like science or like people who have certain dreams in their lives and stuff. Like, you'll see when you see the lyrics, you'll see the connection in there. But I'll go through the lyrics in a bit more detail on another update when I do the actual release of the album. So look forward to that. I'll give you some more details on the lyrics. Other than that, I would say that the songs have a little bit more keys in it this time. There's a lot of double lead guitar stuff in this. I think the things that people enjoyed on the other albums will be present on this album. So I'm very confident that people will like it. And for me, speaking personally on this matter, vocally, I really tried to stretch myself. I spent a lot of time on the singing because I didn't want to be one of these guys that recorded something, did it half-assed, and then just went in and tried to repair everything with, autocorrect or something stupid. I really tried to get the singing down to how I wanted it and how I foresaw it how I saw it in my head. And I really think I did that. It took some time for some of it because it was a bit, out of my normal comfort range for the vocals. But I think it turned out good. And yeah, I'm really looking forward to getting it out to other people and seeing what they think. I think it might surprise a few people. Merch. I have some new stuff coming up. I'm starting small this time. I put up 2 things already. I have a mouse pad available, a pretty cool Projekt Gemineye mouse pad with the circle emblem on it. So, if we do most of our things online anyways, why not have a cool mouse pad with Projekt Gemineye on it? Why not? And for all you people who like to have people over and, drink and, giving out drinks like a proper host would, you don't want your coffee table to get all screwed up. And, when people put their drinks on your table and there's all kinds of ringware after on there. So I made some really cool Reckon with one. Dude, that's my old band. Projekt Gemineye coasters for you guys. Nice round circle ones with the newer-ish kind of circle logo on it. So, yeah, they're just items that I just thought I'd start off with, something small. And, of course, everything that you guys do as far as support in terms of buying these things goes right back into making the CDs, making the vinyl. So in that sense, the support you give me for buying those things supports the next product in line. So just so you know, it's not like, if these guys buy 20 coasters, I can go buy a 26 ounce of bottle of vodka. It's nothing stupid like that. Everything that I'm getting monetarily from this stuff goes right back into this album and then the next album and so on and so forth. Next up is t-shirts. I do have the designs ready. I'm going to make some new ones. There will be a lot of other things too as well that I'm working on. Some things I'm waiting back on a company that's going to give me some quotes on a few other things that I think you're going to enjoy. Also, all you Gemini Club people, I know I've been very quiet on that front as far as sending out things, but that's next on my list. Now that I'm done the hard part, the recording, it frees me up a little bit of time, and I'm going to get our next send out ready for you guys very, very soon. Reminder, the first single will come out in September. I'm pondering over that now, what I'm going to be releasing. And also later on in that month as well, I will begin the pre-order for the CD version of the album. Another thing I wanted to talk about, just like last time, the CD and the vinyl, obviously, I'm going to give some other perks and extras for when people order things. There will be the possibility of doing a CD vinyl package that I'll make available. And I'm also thinking about doing some limited edition runs of cassettes of this album too. I know there's people who are starting to collect cassettes again. It'll be a small run, so if you do decide to get it, I would say get it early, because I'm not thinking of making maybe more than 10 to 20 of them. And it could be a collector piece, who knows? And I am pondering one other thing. I'm interested in your feedback on this. Is I might make 2 or 3 kind of Projekt Gemineye, well, maybe not Projekt Gemineye, but maybe a Mark Anthony K box set that I'm going to make available to you guys. That will encase a lot of my history and Projekt Gemineye stuff. So, and I have copies still of some of my past works sealed copies of CDs, sealed cassettes of stuff I did from way long time ago. I'll make a special video for that if you guys are interested in that. That where I'll actually show you all the things that will be part of the package. I will include, an ordinary day, a brand new day on CD. Unfortunately, I don't think I'll be able to include. Well, I do have 1 or 2 copies of Ordinary Day on vinyl that I kept for myself in my own collection, for my own personal collection. If I do make this box set, I might be willing to let those go as part of it. So you'll have a vinyl, Ordinary Day vinyl, Brand New Day, the CD versions of it, plus there's like 3 CDs of my prior band that I was in, plus there's 2 cassettes of prior bands I was in as well. So it could be a very nice box set. I'll maybe make even a nice poster in there. But if I do decide to do this, it is a pretty big kind of package, and it might be, something that not everybody might be interested in, because it might cost $100. Who knows? Depends on how much it would cost to put it all together and stuff like that, and to even make the box that'll house it in. But that, I'll get back to you guys on that. But it is something that I was thinking about doing for people who are interested in the collective works of me, and who might be interested in hearing what I've done before this, and make it available to you guys. So that's what's going on now. I'm just about, as I just told you, I'm going to be doing some cleaning up of the tracks, and I'm going to get ready for mixing. So that's what's going on for now. I will cut over from here to the videos of the guitars that I used on this album. And after that, it'll just be a bye-bye message in text form. So I'm going to say goodbye here now. Thank you very much, everybody, for your support. I really, really appreciate it. And I look forward to getting this next phase rolling, getting you guys involved. A lot more communication, some contests, some new stuff to talk about, some merch and stuff like that. It's going to be great. I'm looking forward to it. I hope you guys are too, and I hope to hear back from you guys on the Projekt Gemineye page, or even on here if you want to leave a comment. Getting excited with this, guys. I really am. So I will talk to you guys all later. So until then, this is Mark Anthony K saying bye for now, and enjoy the videos. Greetings, friends. So as promised, I'm going to go through some of the guitars that I used on this new record. What I'm holding in my hand right now, or what I have on my strap, is my 2014 Gibson Les Paul Studio. This is one of the main guitars that I used for tracking this record. A lot of the rhythm guitars were done with this guitar. It is, like I said, a 2014. On the neck here it says it's the 120th anniversary model of this. I love Les Pauls. They're very full sounding guitars, and they're just synonymous with rock, metal, progressive music. So what better guitar to have for making a progressive rock record? I used a lot of different sort of amplification. I have my Hughes and Kettner amp over there, which I used. And I also used some of my simulator stuff here too, with like my pod and stuff like that. And I know some people frown on the pod, but one of my good friends, Glenn Drover, who was with Megadeth for a long while, swore by the pod, and even by the, I believe it was called a Genesis 3. Digitech had one made. He used to record all his rhythm guitars and guitar solos for his other band called Eidolon back in the day, using that, and it sounded incredible. So it's all a matter of the gear and how you use it more than anything else. So I've never frowned my nose on using the pods or any kind of other simulation stuff, as long as you know what you're doing with it. So let's take a listen to a few sounds from here with this guitar. This is a sort of a representation of, like, let's say a Mesa Boogie sort of guitar sound, sort of. can see, it's good for that kind of aggressive sounding stuff. You can also get some decent clean sounds out of this as well. If you kind of move it up here and turn on the front pickup, for example. Now the great thing about this, what I don't normally do though, is there is effects on here. If you were to put on, let's say, some delay and some chorusing on this kind of a clean sound, you can get something like this. Which is nice, and you can also have a sort of tremolo effect too. And if you go back to the more sort of distorted sounds, there's also like a more Marshall kind of sound, like a straight kind of Marshall amp without much distortion, which would be more like an old kind of maybe Ace thing, like so you can get that kind of sounds as well. So there's lots of things on there, but commonly I used the tone before. I believe there was a couple of other ones in here I had as well. Trying to remember which one it was. But as you can tell, there's a lot of different kind of tones. But mainly, when I came to doing, like, let's say lead sounds, I used something like this, which was more like a Soldano amp sound, which had much more sustain to it. Now don't forget too that my mixer board here, which I took pictures many times of, is a key factor to it too, because it has a nice preamp. It has tubes in this little board, and it also has a very nice 3-band equalizer. Now, just to show you that I'm not pulling your leg or anything, I'll play and I'll sweep some of the EQ, and you can tell the difference that even a minuscule little move can make. And that's sweeping the mid. Now with the top end, I can do that the same as well. And the same with the bottom end. Yeah, I don't want to go too much lower than that. So there you can see there's a lot of different sort of sounds that you can get from this guitar. So let's put this one away and I'll show you another one that I used. Okay, now this is my 2008 Tony Iommi Signature SG Epiphone. This guitar, I would say, is the main workhorse of this record. As you can see, it has the cross inlays. The main thing that I love about this guitar is the pickups in it. These are the Tony Iommi Signature Gibson pickups in there. Alone, these pickups are like $300 for these pickups. So they're really great sounding pickups, as you'll hear. And besides the rhythm playing, this guitar was mainly used for the soloing. I found it was very easy. It has a really nice thin neck on it. It can go really nicely and fast on it. It does have a sort of lacquered back end of the neck, like it's excuse me, it's not rough like a unfinished neck. This is it has a lacquer on the back, so it's a little bit slippy, slidey, which I like. A lot of guitar players don't like that, but I do like it. I find it a lot easier to do fast runs on a guitar with this, and it has a great rhythm sound. So you can see it's very acute to that sort of a sound. But like I said, for soloing, this thing is just fantastic. I'll show you. Just put a little delay and compression on it, and you can go nuts. You can even do the ace with it. Yeah, so there you go. So that's a bunch of the different sounds that this guitar has available to it. And, you know, like I said before, this is just a great guitar to have and to use for various different recording aspects. So never record without this guitar again. Okay, so as you can see, the last one I'm going to show you guys really quickly is my, I'm not even sure what year this is, to be honest with you, but my Epiphone, if I can get that in screen, yeah, double neck 6 and 12 string electric guitar. Now, even though this guitar has a nice 6 string, that sounds very cool. But it's what I mainly used this for was for its 12 string for the clean parts that I used it for. Very yes, like, you know, they use it for like And You and I. You know, just basic stuff like that. It is great for that kind of thing, you know? And I used it for those kind of chording kind of phrasings like that. So very useful for that kind of sound. 12 string is a very distinctive sort of guitar sound, and was one of the main reasons why I use this. So not much more to say about this guitar than that. It is heavy. For somebody who has a bad back and shoulder, using this as quickly as possible is the key to getting stuff done, because the longer you wear it, the more heavier it feels for sure. So again, this is probably one of my more rarer guitars. I know that when I spoke to the guy who worked at Epiphone, he said that they do not make these models anymore. So it's definitely going to be in my arsenal, and anytime I need a 12 string clean part, 12 string electric, even like distorted, even, which is very rare, I have this to call upon. So there you go. There's my double neck.